You're listening to IsReal News, 3 daily briefings on the Middle East and on global developments.
From IsReal News, this is the morning briefing for Thursday, April 23rd. The standoff in the Persian Gulf is escalating sharply. President Donald Trump says he has ordered the U.S. Navy to shoot and kill any Iranian small boats laying mines in the Strait of Hormuz. He says mine-clearing operations are already underway and are now being intensified at triple the previous level. The order comes after the U.S. military seized another tanker linked to the smuggling of Iranian oil. That follows Iran's attack on 3 cargo ships in the strait on Wednesday, when it also captured 2 of them in what it called retaliation for the U.S. naval blockade of Iranian ports. The Senate has now voted against a Democratic effort to halt Trump's war in Iran. The resolution failed 46-51, as Republicans largely backed the president's military campaign. Trump is also claiming Iran's leadership is in disarray. In a social media post, he says Tehran is struggling to determine who is in charge, describing infighting between hardliners and moderates as chaotic. He says his administration is still trying to deal with Iranian officials who want an agreement, even as the ceasefire that began April 8th remains in place. A report in the New York Times says Iran's wounded leader remains in hiding and is being treated in part by President Pezeshkian, who is a trained physician. According to the report, he has severe burns to his face and lips, is having difficulty speaking, and is expected to require plastic surgery. The report says decision-making is now centered on a powerful triangle of close associates. In Lebanon, Hezbollah says it attacked Israeli positions in the south and downed a drone on Thursday. The Israeli military says it intercepted what it calls an aerial target in southern Lebanon. Hezbollah says its renewed attacks are retaliation for Israeli violations of the 10-day ceasefire that took effect Friday. There are also troubling new reports from Gaza. Testimony aired by Israel's Channel 12 says Hamas is using the ceasefire to deepen its civilian grip on the territory. Witnesses say the group is setting up checkpoints, controlling goods, taking over municipalities, and seizing control of hospitals while stealing money. Inside Israel, there is outrage over an incident in Modi'in involving a man questioned by police over a kippah showing both Israeli and Palestinian flags. Dr. Alex Sinclair says officers told him the kippah was against the law, detained him, and later returned it with the Palestinian flag cut out. Police have not yet issued a response. On Wall Street, stocks are slipping modestly after a recent rally erased losses tied to the war. The S&P 500 is down 0.3% in early trading. The Dow is lower by 193 points, and the Nasdaq is off 0.4%. Oil prices continue to swing, with Brent crude up to just over $102 a barrel as uncertainty over the Strait of Hormuz continues. In Jerusalem, Israel's High Court is hearing petitions demanding a state commission of inquiry into the failures that led to the October 7th massacre. The hearing was interrupted after opponents of such a commission tried to break into the courtroom. Outside the court, bereaved families clashed over whether the government should instead appoint a political inquiry. At the same time, the race for the next state comptroller is heating up. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is trying to promote his lawyer, Michael Rabelow, for the post. But 10 coalition lawmakers have already signed on in support of retired Supreme Court Justice Yosef Elron. In Berlin, Reza Pahlavi, the son of Iran's former Shah, was attacked with red paint on his way to a press conference. The suspect was arrested. Pahlavi responded by accusing the German government of yielding to pressure from the Iranian regime. Back in Israel, 2 Israeli Air Force technicians are now facing charges for allegedly spying for Iran. Prosecutors say the 2 were in contact with Iranian intelligence operatives and carried out missions for money, including documenting bases and passing along information about fighter jets. And in Kyrgyzstan, there is outrage after a hotel in the city of Osh posted a sign banning Jews and animals from entering. The sign was later removed following diplomatic intervention, and a criminal investigation was opened. Israeli officials say there is no place for that kind of hatred in any society. Those are the latest headlines from IsReal News.
Follow IsReal News for 3 daily briefings. Fast, factual, and to the point.